Alright, example number 1. A rectangular footing is subjected to a factored axial load of 1000 kN and a factored moment about the y-axis 150 kN. The effective depth of the footing is 380 mm, F prime C is 21 MPa and Fy is 276 MPa. Determine A. The punching shear force due to axial and moment, the wide beam shear stress, and the additional moment without causing the uplift. Okay? So, nandito na yung figure natin. Meron tayo ditong 2.3 by 3 meters na rectangular footing. Ang dimension din ng ating column is 0.5 by 0.5 meters. Now, ito yung ating elevation view for this footing. Yung MU natin dito is actually parallel to 3 meters. Bakit? Okay? Say for example, meron tayo ditong y-axis. Tapos nandito naman yung ating x-axis. Now, ang given na moment dito is moment about the y-axis. So, tama naman na dapat parallel yung ating MU dito sa ating length. So, balang nakikita natin dito na dimension is actually the 3 meters length. Okay? Next, ang tanong dito for letter A. What is the punching shear force due to axial and moment? Okay? So, para makuha natin yung shear force na yan, first we need to put or ilagay muna natin lahat ng ating mga pressures. Okay? Dahil meron na tayong presence ng moment, dahil eccentrically loaded na ito, mag-iiba yung mga pressures natin sa corners. Meron yung maximum at meron naman yung minimum. Okay? So again, recall natin na kapag kung nasaan yung direction ng moment natin, okay, doon agad yung nako-compress na part. So dahil nandito yung ating arrow, itong part na to ay nako-compress and yung part naman na dito ay under tension. So meaning to say, magpa-plus tayo dito ng pressure at minus naman dito sa kabila. Okay? So we can actually assume na yung itsura ng ating pressure sa ilalim could be like this. Basta dito sa may bandang moment, dapat mas malaki yung kanyang value. Okay? Now, paano natin malalaman ano yung value nitong QU max and QU min natin? So, this one, tawagin na natin tong QU min and yung dito naman sa dulo ay QU maximum. Okay? Recall natin na ang value ng ating net pressure o yung QU natin is actually QU is equal to PU over A. Okay? Dahil ultimate din lahat ng mga loads natin. Plus minus MUXC over I plus minus MUYC over I. Okay? Now, take note, isang moment lang yung given sa atin. Meron tayo ditong MUY, okay? Or the moment about the y-axis. So, pwede nating sabihin na itong MUX dito ay simply 0 na. Okay? Now, ilagay na natin yung mga values. Okay? To solve for the QU min, again, ang gamitin natin ay yung minus. So, PU natin dito, yung actual load dito, factored na rin naman, that is 1,000 kN. So, wala na tayong lalagay na factor pa dahil factored na already. Divided by the area of the footing, that is 2.3 by 3. Minus, yung MUY natin given, 150 kN. Then, ano naman yung magiging value ng C natin? Again, yung C natin dito ay base natin sa direction ng ating moment. Dahil pag ganito po ito, okay, parallel siya dito sa ating 3 meters, yung C natin ay from the center of the footing hanggang sa ating dulo. So, yung C natin ay, ito yung value niya. That is half of 3 meters or 1.5 meters. Alright? So, this one is 1.5. And then again, yung I natin, this is BH cube over 12. Again, yung height dapat ay yung parallel sa moment. So, yung height natin dito bale ay yung 3. Tapos, yung base natin ay yung 2.3. So, kung substitute na natin lahat, that is 2.3, 3 cube over 12. Okay? So, ito na yung ating QU minimum. Okay? So, ang value ng ating QU min is equal to, substitute natin lahat, 1,000 divided by 2.3 by 3 minus 150 times 1.5 divided by 2.3 times 3 cube over 12. And then, ang ating minimum value ay 101.45. 101.45 kilopascal. And then, for our QU maximum naman, ang maximum naman natin dito, palitan lang natin ng positive. Okay? Yung minus, gawin lang nating plus. Okay? So, babalikan lang natin tong equation natin dito. Multiply lang ako dito ng negative 1 para maging positive yung ating symbol. Okay? So, yung aking maximum is 188.41. 188.41 kilopascal. Okay? So, meron na tayo ditong minimum and maximum. So, meron na tayong pressure actually dito. Now, yung tanong dito, what is the punching shear force due to the axial end moment? Okay? So, yung axial or yung punching natin dito is dapat sukatin natin D over 2 from the columns. Okay? Column faces, no? So, meron tayo ditong D over 2, D over 2, all throughout the side. Okay? So, dapat, for example, ito yung ating punching. Okay? Ito yung critical section natin for the punching. Ito yung masisira. So, tawagin natin tong X and then this one, yung Y natin. Okay? Now, ano yung value ng X? Ano yung value ng Y dito? Okay? So, yung value ng X natin dito is simply equal to, okay? Singit na natin dito. Yung X natin dito ay isang column dimension, that is 0.5, plus meron ka ditong D over 2 magkabilaan. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong D over 2, tapos sa kabila naman ay D over 2. All throughout, meron tayo ditong D over 2 na dimension. So, D over 2 plus D over 2 or isang dimension. Okay? Plus D or effective depth. Now, yung effective depth natin is 380 mm. Or in meters, this is actually 0.38. Now, X here is equal to 0.88 meters. Now, kung papansinin natin, yung X natin ay equal sa Y. Okay? Dahil yung ating yung ating column is also square. So, automatically, we can say that Y is also equal to X. That is equal to 0.88 meters. Now, solving for the perimeter of the section, that is equal to 2X plus Y. Okay? So, 2X plus Y is simply equal to 2 or 0.88 times 2 times 2. Okay? Or this one is equal to 3.52 meters. Our BO is 3.52 meters. Alright? Now, meron na tayo ditong BO, perimeter of the section. Pero, paano natin kaya malalaman yung magiging punching shear force natin? Okay? Alright. Say for example, ito yung pressure dun sa ilalim ng ating pundasyon. Nandito na yung ating QU min sa may bandang corner, then QU max naman sa may kabilaan. Okay? And then, meron tayo ditong shaded area na. Okay? So, mapapansin natin dito sa loob na butas ito. Okay? Ito yung magiging critical section natin. So, nandito yung ating X na 0.88 and then nandito rin yung ating Y na 0.88. Now, yung tanong, ano daw yung ating punching shear force due to this axial end moment? Okay? So, kumbaga, ito lang pressure na yon, no? Ano daw yung magiging equivalent force nung pressure na to? Kasali na dito yung nabutas. Okay? Dahil nga naman, ito ay punching. Okay? So, yung tinatanong lang dito is simply, ano daw yung VU netong pressure natin? Okay? So, this one is the punching shear force. Okay? So, VU dahil dito sa pressure na ito. Okay? Now, recall natin, ano yung other formulas to solve for the force? Okay? Now, remember, meron tayong pressure formula. Pressure is equal to force over area. Okay? So, pwede nating sabihin na ang force is simply equal to pressure times the area. Now, kung i-apply natin yung formula na to dito sa trapezoidal na load or trapezoidal na pressure, hindi natin to basta-basta may i-apply, no? Dahil yung ating area ay hindi uniform. Okay? Or yung pressure natin rather, no, is hindi uniform. Meron yung mababang parte, tapos meron yung malaking parte. Yung area naman natin, itong bandang ito, yung shaded, consistent yan. Pero yung pressure is hindi. Okay? So, hindi natin to gagamitin na formula, no? Hindi pwedeng ito. Okay? Dapat uniform yung pressure natin para magamit natin ito. Now, merong other formula for the force. Okay? Ang force din ay pwedeng the volume of the pressure. Okay? Pwede rin na ang force ay equal to the volume of the pressure. Now, kahit anong shape pa ito, kahit trapezoidal pa itong shape ng ating pressure, kayang-kaya nitong ma-solve, no? Okay. So, ilagay natin dito yung ating dimensions ng ating footing. So, again, ito yung 2.3 meters, tapos meron tayo dito ang 3 meters dimension. Okay? Now, paano natin malalaman yung force? Meron tayong butas dito. Okay? Now, the value of this force or the VU, lagay na natin, is simply equal to, okay, the volume of the hole, okay, volume buo minus volume of hole, yung butas. Buo minus butas. Okay? So, ano yung magiging volume ng buo natin? Okay? So, yung volume ng buo natin, this is simply equal to, okay? Kung mapapansin natin, no? Trapezoidal yung ating shape. Okay? Ano ba yung area ng trapezoid natin? Tapos, para malaman mo yung volume neto, yung area netong trapezoid, i-multiply mo lang nung kanyang width. Okay? Ayan, no? Para maging volume siya, kunin mo yung area times the width. Now, yung area nitong trapezoid natin, yung buo muna yung consider natin. Okay? So, solving for the buo, okay, or yung whole pressure natin, this is simply equal to volume of whole is equal to, again, meron tayo ditong trapezoid, QU min and QU max. So, para makuha natin yung pressure na yan or yung area niya, that is simply 1/2 QU minimum plus QU maximum. Okay? 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times yung height nito ay simply yung 3 meters length. Okay? That is simply the 3 meter length. Now, remember, ito yung area pa lang. Kailangan natin tong i-times pa ng kanyang width para maging volume. And that is yung 2.3. Okay? So, times 2.3. Okay? Now, the volume of the hole, okay, is now equal to, so this is okay, kailangan natin ng minimum and maximum. So, this is equal to 0.5 times, okay, 101.45 plus 188.41. Multiply that by, okay, 3 times 2.3. Alright? So, meron tayo dito ang volume ng hole which is equal to 1,000.02. 1,000.02 kilonewton. Or actually, kahit hindi na natin kunin yung volume of the hole. Okay? Remember that the volume of the hole pressure, okay, is always the PU. Alright? So, the volume of the hole is always equal to the PU. Okay? Remember this one. Now, yung PU natin is actually 1,000 kilonewton, no? So, nagkaroon lang dito ng 0.02 dahil hindi naman exact value yung minimum and maximum natin, no? So, ito yung shortcut actually for the hole. Now, ang kailangan na lang natin talaga dito lagi ay yung hole, yung butas, no? So, for the hole naman, yung butas, kailangan natin ng QUA and the QUB. So, nasan ba nangyayari tong QUA and QUB na yan? Okay? So again, no, kung susukatin natin, ano ba yung maximum pressure, ano ba yung ating pressures dito, no? So, para malaman natin yung mabubutas, this is simply d over 2 distance, d over 2 distance. Okay? So, itatapat lang natin yan dito. Okay? So, ito yung ating critical sections. Alright? So, diretso lang natin yan dito. Extend lang natin. Alright? So, meron tayo ditong ito na yung QUA natin. Tapos, nandito naman yung ating QUB. Okay? QUA and then the QUB. So, again, makikita natin dito, trapezoidal ulit yung ating area. Okay? Tapos, i-times ulit natin to nung kanyang length para makuha natin yung kanyang volume. No? Okay, so ano yung magiging value ng ating QUA? And ano naman yung magiging value ng ating QUB dito? Okay, so gawin lang natin dito, mod 3 to lang tayo, no? So lagay natin dito, X, then Y. Okay, so mod 3 to, okay, X and Y natin. So yung X natin ay yung distance, then yung Y yung pressure natin. Now, say for example, okay, ito na yung ating okay, first point, then okay, second point. First point, then ito yung ating second point. Okay, so sa first point natin, okay, say for example, at distance 0, okay, dito sa una, meron tayong value or magnitude na QU min. Okay, so yung QU min natin is equal to 101.45. 101.45. Okay? Tapos dun sa ating distance 3 meters, okay, or dun sa kabila, meron tayong QU max naman, which is equal to 188.41. 188.41 kilonewton. Now, kailangan natin malaman ano yung magiging distances nitong A natin dito sa original point natin, reference, okay? Tawagin natin tong reference point. Okay? And then, ano naman yung distance ni QUB dito sa ating reference point. Okay? Now, para makuha natin yung QUA, paano kaya yon? So, kunin natin muna yung center distance. Okay? So, from the reference, papunta dito sa center, meron tayo actually 1.5 na distance. No? Kalahati nung 3 meters. Tapos, minus natin yung half nung column, which is 0.25 yung column. Tapos ano naman yung d over 2 natin? Okay? Now yung d over 2 natin is 380 divided by 2. Okay? So that is 190. Okay? Or 0. Okay? 19. 0.19. Again, from the reference to the center of the footing is 1.5 meters. Okay? So i-less lang natin yung okay, 1.5 less 0.19 less 0.25. So, meron tayong distance na 1.06. Okay? Para sa A, okay? So, para sa QUA, lagay lang natin dito. Meron tayong 1.06 na distance. Then, for the B naman, okay, ituloy na lang natin dito. So, again, from the reference papunta sa center, that is 1.5. Tapos, idagdag naman natin ngayon, baliktad naman. Okay? So, instead na minus-minus naman ito, gawin nating plus-plus naman. Okay? Kasi idadagdag naman natin. From gitna, magdagdag tayo ng 0.25, tapos magdagdag tayo ng 0.19. So, ito naman yung distance ng ating QUB from the reference. So 1.94. Okay? So 1.94 and this is the QUB. Oops. Since nandito ka na rin naman sa part ng video ito, maaaring pa-like, share, and subscribe ka na rin sa ating channel. Thank you. Okay? So mod 3 to lang tayo dito. Mod 3 2. Okay? So, input natin yung first two lang naman. So, 0 and then 3. Tapos, 101.45 and 188.41. Okay? Tapos, shift, stat, tapos regression, Then, ang gusto nating malaman ay yung value ng y, no? So, dapat y hat. Tapos, saan ang i-input natin? So, 1.06 of y hat, okay, is equal to 132.18. Okay, so this is equal to QUA is 1.06, y hat is equal to 132.18 kilopascal. Then for the QUB naman, okay, this is equal to 1.94, y hat is equal to 157.68. 157.68 kilopascal. Okay? So, meron na tayong QUA and QUB. Now, para malaman natin yung volume ng hole. Alright? So, siguro dito na lang para mas makita natin. Okay? Lagay natin dito. Volume of the hole, yung butas, is simply equal to, again, area muna. Okay? That is 1/2 QUA plus QUB. Okay? So, nakikita natin ito, no, yung butas. So, ano naman yung ita-times natin na kanyang, okay? So, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. So, yung i-multiply natin na height is simply yung x distance. Alright? So, times x lang ito. Tapos, ito ay area pa lang. Okay? So, area pa lang nito dito. If you imagine this one, ito pa lang yung area na yan. So, kailangan pa nating i-multiply ng itong width nito, yung y naman, para maging volume. Okay? So, times y tayo dito. Alright? So, yung volume hole natin is simply equal to, ayan, 1/2 or 0.5. QUA natin, 132.18. 132.18 plus 157.68. 157.68 tapos yung x, then y. Ang x natin dito ay 0.88 by 0.88. So, pwede natin siguro sabihin, this is now 0.88 square, no? Kasi parehas naman ang x and y. Now, the volume of the hole is simply equal to 0.5 of 132.18 plus 157.68 times 0.88 square. Okay? So, meron tayong volume ng hole na 112.23. 112.23 kilonewton. Okay? Then, finally, pwede na natin kunin yung VU natin. Okay? So, yung VU lang natin ay, okay, so dito na lang siguro natin ilagay. So, for letter A, VU is simply equal to, okay, whole, lagay na lang natin, minus, whole minus whole. Alright? So, 1,000. Okay, pwede natin gamitin siguro yung 0.02 na lang or yung PU na lang, 1,000 na lang, no? Minus 112.23. 112.23. Okay? 887.77. Okay? So, ang VU natin ay 887.77. Okay? 77 kilonewton. Okay? So, this is now the answer for letter A. Next naman for the wide beam shear stress. Now, ano naman tong wide beam shear stress na to? Again, ang critical lagi for wide beam is, okay, dapat nandito sa may longer side, no? So, kung susukat tayo dito ng D distance, okay, dapat dito rin yung kabilang D distance natin. Never mangyayari na ito yung mag-govern na D distance, no? So, for example, ito, yung assumption natin. Hindi mangyayari na dito yung magiging wide beam natin, no? So, never po yun. So, it's always rather, okay, always, dito lang yan sa may bandang mas mahaba, okay, na part. Okay? So, dito po yan. Dito mas mapuputol. Dito mas magbe-bend yung ating footing. Okay? So, it's either of the two. Pwedeng dito sa left or sa right. Parehas lang naman yan. So, D distance and D distance. So, this will be our critical for punching na lang. Okay, and then tawagin natin to na, okay, so x na lang ulit siguro. Okay, ano yung value ng x naman natin dito na bago? Okay, so for the BO, or siguro palitan na lang natin yung variable, z na lang ito. Okay, tawagin natin tong z na lang. Now, ano naman yung magiging value ng z natin? Now, to solve for the value of z, this is simply equal to, okay, so meron tayong 3 meters. Anong equivalent na itong 3 meters? Okay, lagyan natin dito ng equation. 3 meters is actually equal to 2z. Okay, kasi z rin dito sa kabila, di ba? 2z plus 2 effective depth plus isang column. Okay, that is 2z, both sides, 2d, face to face, plus isang dimension ng column. Now, yung d natin, given naman, yung column dimension ay given din. So, pwede natin kunin actually yung value ni z. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung z, diretso na natin dito. Oops. So, 3 meters minus 2 effective depth, that is 0.38. Okay? Minus isang column dimension, that is 0.5. And then, divide this by 2. So, ang z natin ay 0.87 meters. Okay? So, z is 0.87 meters. Alright? So, yan na po yung ating z. Okay? So, pwede natin itong burahin siguro. Okay. Then, so meron na tayong z dito. Now, the wide beam shear stress, ang tanong dito, no? By the way, okay, lagay din pala natin ito. Dalawa pala yung options natin dito. Okay? So, ilagay din natin ito na critical for the punching by, for wide beam. Okay? So, z is also 0.87. So, bakit, no? So, saan dito yung mas critical sa dalawa, by the way, no? So, meron pala ditong isa lang yung mag-govern, hindi yung left, okay? So, yung right dapat pala dito yung critical. Bakit? Kasi kung titignan pala natin yung pressure, no? Ayan. Kung dito sa may bandang pressure tayo nakatingin, okay? Burayin na natin itong banda dito. Meron tayong d distance, okay? From this point. Then, meron din tayo ditong d distance, no? Project lang natin to dito. Okay? So, tawagin na natin tong hindi na A, no? Rather, tawagin natin to naman na QUC naman na. Then, dito sa kabila naman, hindi na siya B. Rather, D naman na. Okay? So, QUD naman na. So, kung mapapansin natin, okay? Kung ito yung critical natin for wide beam, parehas ito, no? Ayan, wide beam parehas yan. Pero may mas critical sa dalawa. So, of course, yung pressure natin dito sa left side ay maliit lang. So, hindi na to yung mag-govern. Diba? Rather, itong banda dito sa may right side, yung mag-govern dahil mas malalaki yung pressure dito. Yung maximum ay nandito sa may dulo. So, we can say that this is actually the correct pressure or the correct wide beam. Okay? Na critical. So, ito yung gagamitin natin na pressure natin. Kailangan natin ng volume. So, kung ito na yung area na nakikita natin, kailangan lang natin dito mag-multiply ng width. Okay? So, meron tayo dito dapat width dito. Okay? So, ayan. Okay, so yung width natin dito ay simply 2.3 meters. Okay? So, para malaman natin yung shear force dito, yung VU, okay? So, merong lalabas dito na VU para sa ating wide beam. Now, yung VU na yan, okay, kailangan natin muna ng pressure D. Okay? So, yung pressure D dito, ano ba yung distance niya from, again, gamitin na lang natin yung kanina, yung sa reference natin. Okay? So, again, para makuha natin yung distance naman ni QUD, again, yung half ng ating footing ay 1.5, dagdag ka ulit dito ng half ng column, 0.25, plus D. Okay? So, 1.5 tapos 1.25 plus D. Okay? So, pwede nating sabihin, okay, dagdag na lang natin siguro dito. Okay? So, lagay lang natin dito yung kanyang distance. Again, that is 1.5 plus 0.25 plus effective depth 0.38. So, meron tayong 2.13 na distance. Okay? 2.13 para makuha natin yung QUD. Okay? So, to get or to solve QUD, we need 2.13 y hat. Okay? So, input na lang natin ulit dito, no? 188.41. Okay? Tapos, we need 2.13 y hat. Okay? So, 163.19. 163.19 kilopascal yung ating QUD. Okay? Now, para malaman natin yung VU ng wide beam, okay? So, lagay natin dito. For wide beam, ang VU natin is simply equal to, okay, the volume. So, that is 1/2 QUD plus QU max, okay, times, okay, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times yung height nito ay yung Z, di ba? So, times Z. And then again, area pa lang ito. Kailangan pa nating mag-multiply ng width para maging volume. Yung width natin ay 2.3 meters. 2.3 meters. Okay? Again, ito yung Z natin, ano? This is our Z distance. So, yan. So, substituting everything, ang VU natin for wide beam is simply equal to, so, yung ating VU ay 351.78. 351.78 kilonewton. Now, hindi ito ang sagot dahil stress ang tinatanong. So, force pa lang yan. Okay, the wide beam shear stress is simply equal to, okay, so kapag stress, that is, okay, tau wide beam is simply equal to the VC divided by, okay, BD. Alright? So, ito yung wide beam stress natin. However, pwede nating sabihin yung VC, okay, take note that VU is equal to phi VC. Or, this one can be rewritten as VU divided by phi BD. Okay? Now, ang tau wide beam natin therefore is equal to 351.78 times 10 raised to 3. Divide this by phi natin na 0.75 times ano yung B natin. Yung B natin dito ay yung 2.3. Kasi kung papansinin natin, no, dito nangyayari yung kiskisan. Okay? So, ito po yung area ng kiskisan. So, nandito yan actually sa may loob, no? Hindi dito sa may labas. Pero, ito lang din yung area niya. So, yung width natin ay 2.3. Okay? So, gawin natin yung 2.3 na 2,300 muna. Okay? mm muna tayo. Okay? And then, divide it, and then yung effective depth pa natin na 380. Alright? So, ito na yung ating wide beam. Okay? So, yung wide beam na natin dito is equal to 0.54 MPa. 0.54 megapascal. Okay? Then, last item. What must be the additional moment without causing uplift? So, yung letter C natin, ang gusto niya lang sabihin dito, dagdagan daw natin yung moment, no? Gawin natin daw na yung QU min ay maging zero value na. So, ibig sabihin nun, talagang lumakas yung moment mo dahil sinagad mo na na zero yung ating QU min. Okay? This one, kapag ganito yung pressure natin, wala pa rin namang uplift dito. So, sinagad lang natin technically, no? So, yung meron pa rin tayo ditong value, no? By the way. So, nandito pa rin yung QU. Maximum pa rin ito, pero hindi na yung 188. So, mag-iiba rin to, no? Basically. Now, para malaman natin yung additional, edi, equate lang natin ito sa QU min. Dahil yung magnitude ni QU min, dapat alam na natin na equal to 0. Okay? So, since 0 ito, okay, edi gawin natin yung kanyang formula. This is PU over A. Tapos, dahil minimum, dapat minus MUY C over I. Okay? Tapos, dito meron na tayong i-equate. 0. is equal to, yung PU natin dito ay still yung 1,000, tapos yung area natin ay still 2.3 by 3 meters minus yung MUY natin. Okay? Dapat meron itong dagdag, no? Okay? So, itong MUY natin dito na bago is yung MUY na original, okay, plus moment na additional. Okay? Pero yung MUY nito, ito na yung final by the way, no? This one is the final na. So, yung final na ito is original plus yung idadagdag natin. Ito yung gusto nating malaman. Okay? And then, yung C natin ay yung 1.5 pa rin, tapos yung I pa rin is yung BH cube over 12. No? So, gawin na natin dito. MUY natin is 150 kilonewton meters. Okay? So, 150 plus the delta M, additional moment. Yung C natin ay 1.5. Then, divide this by BH cube over 12. Now, the additional moment without causing uplift is simply equal to, okay, lipat lang natin yung 1,000 na lang dito. 2.3 by 3. Then, equate natin to dito. Is equal to 150 plus yung additional alpha x. Okay, 1.5. Then divide this by 2.3 by 3 cube. Okay, and then over 12. Okay, then shift solve lang natin dito. Okay, so yung x natin dito ay, or yung additional moment natin dito ay simply 350 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this will be our final answer. Alright, so ito na yung ating example number 1.